Ayup, welcome to the video. So as you can tell by the title, this is just a Q&A video. Originally, this Q&A was supposed to be incorporated into a normal video, like the next video will be Sleepover Part 5, and it was supposed to be in that one before the actual story started. But the Q&A is way too long to do that logically. Yes, I could technically just paste or just add the video file for the Q&A on top of the Sleepover Part 5, but it would make the video incredibly long, and not as many people would watch it all the way, because not everybody wants to see the Q&A, and not everybody's willing to skip forward like 30-ish minutes or something to get to the story. And so, yeah, technically more people would see parts of the Q&A, but not as many people will watch the full story or the full video. So I'm splitting up to 2 videos. Sleepover Part 5 will be coming out pretty soon after this is uploaded, so stay tuned for that for sure. Also, in case you're wondering, I have used my voice on this channel before, other than this video. I've used it in all of the shorts that I filmed. This is just the first time I'm using it in a big main video because it technically counts. And so, yeah. Also, in regards to the background gameplay, I'm terrible at this game, so I'm sorry if I'm especially really terrible with some characters like Shinobu, and so I'm sorry if a lot of the gameplay is bad. I'm also always playing against a CPU, or basically an AI, because I cannot play online. It's too laggy, and so I have to play against AI if I actually want to play the game. And so pretty much all this gameplay will be against AIs, and some of it may not be very good gameplay, but I still hope you enjoy anyways, so let's get on with the video. Yeah, anyways, so I'm not going in any particular order for these questions. They're just in order of what I screenshotted. And if you hear anything in the background, I'm sorry, it's just either my cats or just my family watching a movie or other stuff like that. I also hope you like the background gameplay. I'm usually maining Giyushino because, you know, they're my favorite, obviously. And if I'm terrible at the game, don't judge me. I'm just not good at the game. Okay, so I'm gonna start with very basic questions first, like my age and everything, because a lot of people ask those, and I don't want to go through 50 questions and 50 people asking the same thing. So what is my gender? I am male. I'm also 15 years old. My birthday is in September. I live in the United States, specifically in the state of Utah. My favorite character in Demon Slayer is Giyu, as of now. My favorite ship, 100%, is Giyushino. What motivated me to start my channel / when did I get the idea to? I found Demon Slayer itself in May of 2021, maybe a little bit beforehand. I heard about it all throughout the years, but I never really... Oh, also, sorry, if you hear noises like that, it's notifications on my phone, because I'm screen recording this instead of just like a voice audio. But yeah, I found it in May, and I heard about it in years before, but never really did anything. But eventually I found it, and then I watched it, and then somehow I stumbled upon a Demon Slayer texting video, and I watched it and I was like, this is weird, like, what is this? And then I couldn't stop watching more. I'm not even joking, I was like, this is a weird thing, and then I could not stop watching it. And so I watched hours and hours and hours, and just so much Demon Slayer texting content. And then all through it, I was like, you know, I bet I could do this. I bet I could do some parts better, and I have a lot of thoughts and ideas, and I want to share them with others or make them a reality, and that's what I did. I just started to make my own videos. My main motivation was seeing other people doing it and me wanting to do it myself. Who would I be in Demon Slayer? As of right now, I would think either Giyu or someone like Zenitsu. Giyu, obviously he's Giyu. I just like Giyu, he's my favorite character, I wouldn't mind being him. But also, I think Zenitsu would be pretty dope. I'm assuming that all of the powers translate, so like, you know, I know all 11 forms of water breathing, or Zenitsu's one form of thunder breathing. And I really like thunder breathing, and I like lightning in general, and so I think thunder breathing would be really dope to be able to do. And so I think I would go more so on Zenitsu's side, especially because he ends up marrying Nezuko. And so that was yeah, no, I don't really know. I'd say either Zenitsu or Giyu. But who is my favorite demon, just in general, my favorite demon? Excluding Nezuko and, you know, the good demons, because that's kind of basic, I would say, I think Akaza. He's one of the upper moons we've seen the most, And also, major spoiler alerts for this entire video. I haven't actually read the full Demon Slayer manga, but a lot has been spoiled for me, so if you haven't read the manga, don't want any spoilers, just skip this video. Yeah, but I think I like Akaza the most. He's an Upper Moon, and he's alive currently, and he isn't the most evil demon out there. He actually kind of has a heart. He at least doesn't eat women, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'd say my favorite demon besides Nezuko is, I think, Akaza. So yeah, that is it for the really basic questions. I'm gonna move on to the fan comments questions, I guess you could call them. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so these questions are in no particular order. They're just in order where I screenshotted it. I think I said that before, I can't remember. And there might be some duplicate questions. I'm sorry for that, but I think most of the questions have at least one unique point to them. So I'll try not to repeat things too much, and yeah. So Tika Adriela says, do you play Genshin Impact? No, I do not. I tried to play it a while ago, but it was confusing. I didn't understand it, and I've never really understood anything about it, so I haven't played it, and I don't think I will anytime soon. Kathleen Yap says, do you like Minion? Okay, so if you look at my profile picture, everyone can probably tell it's a minion from Despicable Me. The answer is no, I hate minions. I absolutely hate Despicable Me minions. I just hate them. They're just cringe. And so if I hate them, why is it my profile picture? Well, a few months ago, probably like 6 months ago on Instagram, I saw a post on some meme page. I can't remember what it was, but it was a stupid Among Us meme, and it had a minion in it, and it had this funny final image of a minion being turned into an Among Us character. And so I screenshotted it, and as a joke, I decided to make a bunch of variations of it, giving him different facial features and hands and different whatever things, using emojis and just text. And so I made a bunch of those, and that was before I even started my channel. And so when I made my channel, I was like, what should I make for profile picture? I didn't want to make it something like a character from Demon Slayer. That felt kind of weird. I don't know. I just wanted it to be unique, and I was like, hey, I have this guy. And by the way, his name is Curiosity Georgethan. It's really dumb, but the entire thing itself is dumb. So whatever. His name is Curiosity Georgethan. Let's go with it. But yeah, so that's basically it. No, I don't like minions, but my profile picture is technically a minion. His name is Curiosity Georgethan, and he is my mascot / persona, I guess. I don't really know. Okay, Star asks, do you use a voice changer? No, I don't use a voice changer. This is my pure 100% unfiltered voice, besides it going through like a microphone, so it sounds a little bit different on camera than it does in real life, but it is my main voice. It is my real voice. And yeah. Jocelyn Kamado says, do you have a Discord, and what's your real name? This is for the Q&A. I don't actually have a Discord right now. I've seen quite a few people ask if I have one or ask for one, and so yeah, if you guys want to see a Discord, comment down below whether you want one or not. I'll totally make one if enough people want it. I'll probably have a poll up by the time this video is out, if you want to go vote and whatever. So I don't know. Spax's texting story says, yo, what is up? I have a question. How did you get your YouTube name? Glad you're back. Okay, so my YouTube name is Titanic Texts, as you most likely know. I've always liked words with the word Titan in it, so whether it be like Titanic, Titanium, things like that, I've always liked those words. And so a lot of my past online usernames had some form of Titan in it. So I used to be like Titanium Titan, and a newer one is like Titanic Tyrant. And so I have a bunch of different things. And for making this channel, I didn't know what profile picture to have, and I made it the Curiosity Georgethan. And for my name, I was like, what should I be? I didn't want to be like something based around Demon Slayer necessarily, not like Demon Slayer texting story or Giyu texting story or something like that, because there were a lot of other channels like that. And so I was like, what's something semi-unique that I also like? I'm like, okay, I'm a texting channel. Hey, Titanic. I haven't used Titanic much. It sounds pretty cool, and it kind of matches with text. So Titanic Texts, that makes sense. And so that's how I made my name, was just incorporating text with the word that I liked. Scrape says, what is your favorite Upper Moon / pillar? Okay, so my favorite Upper Moon, I believe right now, is Akaza, just in general. But if I had to choose from just the anime so far, I would say Daki. Because we've seen most of her, and in the anime we haven't seen anything good of Akaza, and so I just think in the anime itself right now I like Daki more, but in terms of anime and manga I like Akaza more for Upper Moons. And my favorite pillar right now, obviously is Giyu. He's my favorite character, but aside from him, I would think Shinobu. Honestly, I love them two so much, either together or on their own. They're both so freaking great. Jean Malay Saranis, sorry if I say any names wrong or pronounce anything incorrectly. She asked, "What is your favorite food, and what is your inspiration for making food?" My main inspiration for making food is usually hunger. You know, this is like the need to eat to survive. But my favorite food, I don't have like a favorite meal necessarily. I like a lot of different foods. One of my favorites is definitely sushi. Sushi's simply just fantastic. But I have a lot of different favorite snacks. My all-time favorite snack is definitely sunflower seeds. I've been eating them since like probably 2nd or 3rd grade, just consistently like buying bags often to just eat them. And so I've eaten probably like 3 million, 4 million sunflower seeds in my life, possibly more. I've eaten so much. And other than that, I would say other saltier things like saltines or wheat thins and stuff like that. Also ice cream. So, you know, I'm a big food guy, and I especially like salty, crunchy snacks. Chizio Gotcha says, question for QnA, where did you find out about Demon Slayer? So as I said before, I found it in May. That's when I started watching Demon Slayer. It was in May of 2021. But I found out about it, like I heard about it online a few times, but didn't really know what it was through other just content I watched or things I read or saw. But I mainly discovered it through my sister. She had read the manga before the anime was even a thing, and so she had told me a little bit about it. And every once in a while on Netflix I would scroll past it, or my family would be trying to find something to watch and we would see it or whatever. And so it was mainly my sister that I found out about Demon Slayer. But then I finally watched it on Netflix, and then subsequently fell in love with this weird series, man. I love it so much. Detective Movie says, how long did it take to post one video? So from start to finish, from coming up with the idea to writing the script to editing it all and uploading it, it takes usually about 1 to 2 to 3 days. It can vary depending on the video length. The last video I uploaded was 33 minutes long, or 32 minutes long, or something around there. It's my longest video yet, and yeah, I made it in like a day and a half or 2 days. I didn't sleep, and I just worked all night on it, and so I was really determined to get it out for Christmas Day. I didn't want to delay it at all, and so I just worked as hard as I could and made it really quickly. And so if I had that same mentality for every video, I could probably be making one every 3 days or so, but it would burn me out really quickly and I wouldn't enjoy doing it. And plus, I just don't really have the time all that often. It was Christmas break, and so I had the time, especially because it was Christmas Day, and I chose to stay up late and sacrifice all of my sleep for it. And so I chose to have the time for it, which I'm not always willing to sacrifice my health just to make videos. And yeah, I don't know, it usually takes a while to make a video. The longest parts are writing the script and then uploading the screenshots into CapCut, and also uploading the audio and having everything line up. That takes the longest. It's going to be really laggy with like 500 screenshots or so, and so sometimes I have to split up the files into different parts. Like last video I split it up into 3 different files just so it wouldn't lag terribly and so I could actually complete it soon. So it can vary on how long it takes to post one video. From start to finish, it usually takes about a day and a half or 2. Guinea Piggy says, who's your favorite character in Demon Slayer, and why? Also, are Taz and Nico yours? They are adorable. So my favorite character in Demon Slayer is Giyu, mainly because he's just awesome, and I ship him with Shinobu, who's also awesome. So I don't know, it's there's not really a solid reason as to why. It's not like, oh, he saved this person, oh, he did this. It's just he's an awesome guy. And Taz and Nico, yes, they are mine. If you're wondering who Taz and Nico are, they are 2 of my cats. I have many pets. They're not my only cats, but they are 2 of mine. They were in, I think, the last short I uploaded, either that or the one before that. And Taz, He is older. He is 6 years old. I've had him for 6 years. He is actually my cat. I own him. But Nico, he is the family's cat. He is everybody's cat. No one specifically owns him, but he is technically mine because I'm part of my family, and so we all own him. Okay, Tokido says, are you ever going to do a face cam, and how many animes have I watched? So, for a face reveal / face cam, I don't know when I'm going to do one. I will probably do one in the future, but it won't be anytime soon. And if I do a face reveal, I won't show my face often. Like, I show my voice pretty often, but I won't show my face very often. There's not as many opportunities to do so. And so, and how many animes have I watched? I have watched so far 6 animes and like 2 anime movies. I'm not technically 2 anime movies, since there's Demon Slayer and then Demon Slayer the Mugen Train movie. But I'm not going to count Mugen Train movie as an actual movie because it's just part of Demon Slayer. I have watched Demon Slayer, One Punch Man, Rising of the Shield Hero, Haikyuu, Yaomushi Pedal, and Sword Art Online for actual anime series, and then I have watched a silent voice for anime movies. Oh, and what's it called? What's it called? It's that Studio Ghibli movie, Spirited Away. I've also watched Spirited Away. Hold on. Alright, sorry, I had to sneeze and I felt it coming on and I couldn't talk, but yeah, I've started many other animes, at least watch them like halfway through sometimes, but I haven't really enjoyed many others, and the ones I listed are ones that I've mainly finished. I've at least finished, the first season. Sword Art Online, the only good season is like, I think the first season. The only like really good, consistent, solid season was the first season. Even I'm even including Alfheim Online, which a lot of people don't like. I'm including that because future seasons like Gun Gale and Alicization and other things are a little bit weirder. They're just not quite as good. And so yeah, if I were to rank all of them that I've seen, I would put Demon Slayer at the top, One Punch Man, Rising the Shield Hero, probably Haikyuu or Sword Art Online. I would think Haikyuu, Sword Art Online, and then Yaomushi Pedal. Yaomushi Pedal is just a bike racing anime. It's just a sports anime. It's pretty good. But I think that's how I would rank them. It's either Sword Art Online or Yaomushi Pedal at the bottom. Iceblock YT says, for the Q&A, some of the dead people came back to life, so will they always be alive over there? Always be alive, or will they go back to the dead? Also, were all the ships that are confirmed... Okay, this is horribly spelled, but basically he's saying, some people were alive, are they always going to be in the same ships, and will they always be alive? How did you bring them back to life? I find it funny and kind of stupid when people ask, how in the world did you bring these characters back to life? Well, it's not official. It's not actually animated. It's just a story. It's basically a fan. It's a fan fiction, basically. Of course, I can make anyone be dead or alive if I want them to be. So, don't be surprised when someone is alive. And 2, not everyone's always going to be in the same videos. This is one thing, like, the first month or 2 of my channel, I really wanted people to know this. It was that some videos will be series, some videos will be like a sleepover series, or like the Trapped in the Cave series, where each episode will correspond to the last, but some videos won't do that. Some videos will just be a one-time thing where I don't make any second part to it. It's just a one-time video. And some videos will be separate series as well. So, the sleepover series is different from the Trapped in Cave series. And so, some people will be alive, some people won't be. And yeah, that's basically it. So, if some characters are alive and sometimes they aren't, it's most likely because it's a separate series or separate video. And either that or I killed someone off. I haven't done that yet. I don't think I will anytime soon. Who knows? But yeah, that's essentially it. And all of my ships will stay the same. I don't think I'll ever reship anybody. I think all of my ships are very solid as they are. And as new characters are introduced, I'll ship new characters together. But I won't change any of my ships as they are right now. So yeah. Nia says, question, have you read the whole Kmai manga? No, I have not read the whole manga. After season 2 ends, I will read the manga, whether it be I buy copies or I find it online, because it'll probably be another year or 2 or 3 before the next season comes out, or next season / movie if they do another one. and I don't want to wait that long to get new Demon Slayer content, or new official Demon Slayer content. And so I'll read the manga after season 2 ends, but I haven't read it yet, even though I have had a lot spoiled for me, whether it be by my own choice or not. A lot has been spoiled, and so I know quite a bit about the manga, but not everything. Toasty Oreo says, question, what do you like to do in your free time outside of videos, hobbies and stuff? My main hobby, I would say, would be watching YouTube. I usually just watch YouTube a lot, whether I'm busy or not. Throughout the week, I watch probably like at least 6 to 8 hours of YouTube a day. It can go up to like 14 hours a day sometimes. That's the highest on average that I see. In the past, it's probably been close to like 20 hours, no joke, where I've watched 20 hours of YouTube in one day. And it's not all just consistently watching YouTube. I'm listening to YouTube, or busy doing other things and not really paying attention. But it's usually on in the background. I watch it a lot when I'm doing schoolwork. That's the main thing that takes up a lot of my time. And by the way, I do an online school. It's not like a Zoom class or anything like a public school would do. It's an actual school that's 100% only online, and they've been online for like 10 years. And so I can finish a lot of my work. Like I can finish 2 classes in a day, and I don't have to work on that class for the rest of the week, because we just have a set amount of assignments for that week. And so if I finish them, I'm done for that week. And so I can just finish a lot of stuff right off the bat and do it pretty quickly, even though it still takes a lot of time. And if I only had school to worry about, I could upload videos pretty often, but I have other responsibilities and things I have to do that takes up most of my time. But anyways, outside of just watching YouTube, which I do a lot of, I also like to, play video games like Minecraft and the Hinokami Chronicles and Geometry Dash and some other things, and listen to music. Listening to music is a huge one for me as well. So yeah. George208 says, question for the Q&A. Among all your KnY ships, what's your favorite? Giyushino. Do you have any other anime I like? Yes, my top 3 are Demon Slayer, One Punch Man, and Rising a Shield Hero. And what's your favorite character? It can be from Demon Slayer or another anime. So before I said my favorite Demon Slayer character was Giyu, but from another anime, from each anime, I don't think Saitama's my favorite from One Punch Man. He could be a lot better. He's really funny. I love how strong he is. But I think my favorite character from One Punch Man is either Genos or Moomin Rider. Moomin Rider, he's just a straight, solid, good hero. A good guy, good soul, good heart. And Genos is Genos. He's cool. I like him. From Rising the Shield Hero, I'd have to say Naofumi Iwatani, the main character. He's really cool. He went through so much, and it's just awesome. If you haven't seen Rising the Shield Hero, you should definitely go watch it. It's amazing. From Haikyuu, I haven't watched it recently. I've only watched it once. I haven't fully finished it. I was watching it with my family, and we didn't finish it, and so I can't remember most of the characters, but I think I would say Kageyama. I think he's pretty cool. For Sword Art Online, I think I'd probably have to say Kiriso, honestly. He's main character. He's the only one that we see consistently. He's also just, incredibly awesome. And then there's Yaomichi Pedal, and I can't remember any characters' names from there. It's been a while since I've seen it. And so, yeah, those are my favorite characters from other animes. Tandira_Kamado says, do you think you can make different stories like MHA, like a straight version, Dragon Ball, Naruto, and more? I haven't really considered doing any other anime Tekken stories, only because I cannot write any other characters as well as write Demon Slayer characters, and I don't like any other animes as much as I like Demon Slayer. I wouldn't be as good as it, and I wouldn't enjoy it as much. And I don't think it would be as enjoyable content. It would be pretty good, I think, but I don't know the characters enough. Like, early beginnings, like very early of my channel, I didn't know the characters all that much. Before I even got into Demon Slayer testing content, I didn't know any of the characters all that much, because only the first season was available. And it was through that content that I was able to actually appreciate the Hashira, because I thought they were all big jerks. Like, I just thought they all sucked. I thought they were all idiots and just hated everybody. But the content made me appreciate them a lot more. And then, in seasons, as they go on, the Hashira become, more enjoyable, more actual human beings than just, oh, we only care about killing demons, kill Nezuko, and kill this kid for basically having her as a hostage. Basically, I don't know. I hated that whole episode, the Hashira meeting arc, when I very first watched it. But now I know I just love all the Hashira, and it's because of Demon Slayer testing content. And so I became really familiar with the characters through YouTube content, and I haven't done the same with any other animes. and I don't think even if I did, I could be as good with other animes, and so I haven't considered it. And as for a straight version, all of my ships are straight. I do support LGBTQ, but I am straight myself, and all of my ships are straight, and so whatever I do, it will be straight, but I don't think I'll branch out into any other anime, at least not anytime soon. Akashi, big shout out to him. He's been on the channel for a long time. I see a lot of his comments. He's pretty funny and pretty smart as well. He says, here's some of my Q&A questions. Will you ever decide to do a face reveal? Do you have a waifu? And if you do, could you please tell us who they are? You don't have to if they want to. Who do you think is the best upper moon in terms of writing, assuming you've read the manga? I might do a face reveal in the future. I don't know. And it probably won't be anytime soon. Do I have a waifu? I don't consider myself to actually have a waifu. If I do, it's definitely Shinobu / Nezuko. I'd say more on Shinobu. And who do you think is the best upper moon in terms of writing? In terms of writing, I haven't read the manga, so I don't really know all that much about every single upper moon. But from what I've seen and have had spoiled so far, I would say Akaza. You know, he's not truly the most evil. I think the way that he dies is pretty honorable for a demon, especially an upper moon. And it just feels like he actually kind of has a heart, at least in one case, which is not killing women. And so I would say, in terms of writing, and I've seen so far, Akaza, but I haven't seen everybody, and so I'm not quite sure. I do know who my least favorite character of all time in anything is, and that is Doma. Doma is the literal worst. I hate Doma so much. Upper Moon, 2? He sucks. He is garbage. I hate him more than anything else I've ever hated before, and I don't want him to ever exist ever, but he sadly will. I don't need to explain why, I just absolutely hate him. Okay. The Raven 200 says, in regards to Q&A, who is your favorite evil demon from Demon Slayer? So besides Doma, who is the absolute worst, he's not my favorite, even if he is the most evil demon, but I hate him. He sucks, and so I'm not going to include him in anything, because he's my least favorite of anything of all time. My favorite evil demon. Now here's the tricky part. I could say Akaza because he's evil, but he's less evil than other evil demons. And so I'm not going to include him, and obviously I can't include Nezuko or Yushiro or Tamiyo or anything like that. And so favorite evil demon, I'm also going to exclude people who have died, so Rui, the drum demon, and other, like the hand demon and stuff, I'm going to exclude them. Favorite evil demon, so like upper moon, lower moons. Enmu, okay, I'll include him because he was technically an upper / lower moon. He was pretty evil. He seemed evil down to the core. He didn't seem to have a sad past. We never learned about it in the anime, and so he just seemed evil on his own, similar to, or actually unlike some other demons that are just straight, pure evil. All he wanted to do in the end wasn't thinking about his past, or the sadness of his past or his life. It was just wanting to kill Tanjiro and him being sad that he failed. So I would say, even including dead people, I would say Enmu is probably my favorite, most evil demon, because he's like pure evil. But upper moon case, I would say Daki right now, because she's like the only other upper moon we've seen in the actual anime so far. And season 2 is fantastic, by the way. Episode 6 was glorious, and I can't even describe it. I won't spoil it, but I can't even describe how great it is. But yeah, I'd say Daki is probably my favorite evil demon. So yeah. Say says, do you have any tips on writing stories? How do you think of scenarios in these stories? And where do you find the ideas for these videos? Thank you. So any tips on writing stories? I would say, honestly, there's no true formula. Go with what you want to do. Go with what you think is the best, and what is the easiest, what you like the most. Make sure what you're writing is something you enjoy. Like, if you're struggling to write stories, just include a lot of the characters or things that you enjoy the most. So like for me, I would include a lot of Giyushino. I would include a lot of Giyu and Shinobu. I can write them the most. I've thought about them the most. That's also another tip. Think about your characters that you're writing about all the time. I always have Demon Slayer in the back of my mind, especially ships. And so all the time I'm just thinking about them in different scenarios and them being together in different things. And so especially Giyushino. And so with them, I can write them the easiest. I can just include them in any moment, at any time, basically. And I can write them pretty darn well anytime I want to. And that's been a pretty big theme in all of my videos, is that At random points, I'll just include a small Giyushino moment, and it could possibly be the best part of the video, even if it's not, in my opinion, it could be the best part of the video, even if it's not the main focus or just a really small portion of it. And so, make sure the characters that you're writing about you enjoy. Have them in your mind so you can think about them in different scenarios and stuff. That's also how I think of scenarios, is just thinking about the characters in different places and just thinking about them in my head, seeing things or just thinking things. Yeah, that's kind of it. Just enjoy what you're writing. Make sure you enjoy the characters and think about them often. And don't worry too much about what other people have to say about your content. In the beginning, I was really concerned about what people would think about what I uploaded, or things I did, or like certain aspects of the video, whether it be music I added or like dark mode or whatever. But I've learned over time that people don't really care all that much. They just want content. And so as long as you make something, kind of decent, they won't really mind. And take constructive criticism seriously on it, obviously. If the majority of people want something like dark mode videos instead of light mode videos, I would suggest you switch to dark mode. But overall, you have authority, and you can choose to do whatever you want to do. And where do I find the ideas for these? I find the ideas and inspiration from comments from you guys, and other pieces of like content, like videos that I watch, or fan art that I see. I get a lot of inspiration from those kind of things, but also just thinking about stuff in my head, honestly. I like to say I'm a pretty creative person. I've always been kind of a storyteller. At least that's what my family has said. I've always been able to tell stories pretty fluently, and so a lot of story writing comes naturally to me. But same with ideas and things; they just come naturally to my head, and they always have. I have a whole separate series that I'm writing on my own. It's not a part of anything else anyone has created. It's all my own story, and I've been writing it for a long time, and a lot of the ideas there are pretty unique. And so I've always just kind of had this story writing and telling ability, and it's been natural inside of me. And so a lot of ideas just come naturally to me. But I would suggest reading comments on a different, even if it's not on your own videos, read the comments of other people's videos of stuff that you're going to do, so you can get ideas from there, or just content that you watch or fan art you see. Just try to get inspiration and ideas from those sources. Okay, it's Angel5599 says, question: who's your favorite Demon Slayer? Giyu. Do you like such fun making text, and would you do is make your script just for your fans? So I love making text. I love making these videos and everything. I just don't have quite the time to do it often. I really enjoy making my own ideas and stories come into reality, basically, and having others enjoy them. That is fantastic. Would I make a script just for my fans? I assume you mean if somebody asked me to make a script for them, would I make it? And the answer is maybe. I barely have enough time to write my own scripts as it is. I don't know if I could write anybody else's, but it's definitely a possibility if I was paid to do it 100%. But just for free or just in general, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I haven't had anybody ask me, and so I don't know. I don't know if I have the time to do it even. So make a script for just the fans. So it could either be I write a script for one of my fans, or my fans give me an idea and I write a script for that, which I have done in the past. A lot of people have requested something and I've made a story out of it. And so if you're returning to that, then yes. But for making a script just for someone, it's a possibility, but I don't really know. Tanjiro Kamado says, do you have a girlfriend/boyfriend? No, I am incredibly lonely and sad. Max Play, a fellow Demon Slayer texting YouTuber, says, how do you make super long videos, and how do you manage your time to do it quick? That's my question. Hopefully you can answer it, my friend. Super long videos, it comes naturally to me. As I said before, I'm a natural kind of storyteller, and so it's hard for me not to make like a 10 to 15 minute video on average. I can make longer ones, like, the last video was 33 minutes long, and it's just hard for me. I want to make a full fleshed out story every single time. Even if it's part of a series, even if it's like part 3 of something, I want to make it feel like a full fleshed out, cohesive, good story. I want to make it feel more like a TV show than like a TikTok like series or something like that. Like, I want it to be more fleshed out, thought through, and something like that, other than just a quick little snippet of a story or something. I want it to feel really complete, and so I usually go above and beyond for my scripts. I also just have constant ideas rolling through my mind because I think about ships and Demon Slayer all the time, and so I can think of more dialogue or things to just make the story a little bit better. It's the small things that count for me. And so adding small little dialogues that are funny, or just something that a character can say, usually extend the length of a story. And I try to include the characters, like all the characters, consistently. I'm not good at it. Sometimes I exclude like Muichiro or Guillaume or some of the other Hashira pretty often. Or at least I have them talk less than other characters, and I try to include them more. And so that can also increase the time of the video, or increase the length. But how do I manage my time to do it quick? I don't do anything quickly. It takes me usually a few weeks to make a video nowadays because I'm so busy. But on good days, I can write a script. Usually writing a script takes a long time, like 3-4 hours, if it's long enough, or if I want it to be really good. I can write the script and then add it all to Wit, take screenshots, and do most of the... I've become a lot quicker at editing and putting the videos together than I was in the past. I'm not as scared of it anymore. And I'm just quicker and better at it, and so I can do more at a time, but it still usually takes me like 2 days to make and upload a video. And so I'm not really quick at anything, but I'm getting quicker, and I'm definitely faster at editing, and I have more stamina to do more things at once. Okay, we're almost to the end. Muichiro says, if you were in Demon Slayer, what would I do? Honestly, I would just find a trainer. I would just find someone like Yurikadaki or Gramps, and I would just start training and get really buff and start slaying demons. Akashi, yet again, second appearance, says, congrats on 5k, here's my question. Out of all the characters, who do you think has the most tragic backstory, also including manga characters, assuming you've read the manga? The most tragic backstory. So, not including the manga, I would say Giyu. He's a constant recurring thing. But he was really young when his sister died, spoiler, and then he was also really young when his best friend / friends died. And so it was 2 tragic events that basically just broke his soul. And, now obviously he's the loner, kind of sad, whatever. And so I think he has the most tragic tragedy in terms of death and sadness and their backstory. Obviously Shinobu had her sister who died, and Kanao went through, slavery and poverty and abuse and all those things. I think slavery, it was probably more just abuse and poverty. Tenjiro, in Nezuko, their whole family died, which was tragic as well. But I think Giyu went through the most in terms of actual trauma, was being really young when that happened, and then having it happen twice, fairly close to each other. Like, that sucks. And so I would say Giyu for anime and for manga. Without spoiling anything, I would say Muichiro / Sanemi / Genya as well, / Muzan. Muzan, he's the Demon King. He is what sparked all the demons and sadness and pain in the first place, and he's pretty sad, but in forms of tragedy and death, I would say Muichiro / Sanemi / Genya. Sanemi and Genya being the same thing because they're brothers. Whew, okay, Ayup Maker says, do you have multiple people giving you script for different characters in your RP? This is the final question, and do I have multiple people giving me script? No, I don't have anybody else help me with my scripts. I also don't do any, I assume by RP you mean roleplay. I don't do any roleplay at all. I don't pretend to be any characters and roleplay with anybody else. But for my scripts, I'm the only person who writes. I'm the only person who writes my stories. I just get inspiration and ideas from other comments, or maybe even other people and videos and things. But I don't have anybody help me with my scripts or write anything for me. Alright, so it has been 40 minutes so far, 34 minutes on this specific recording, and like 4 minutes for the last little intro basic question thing. So it has been a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed, hearing my voice for like 35 minutes, and just hearing these questions. I'm sorry I spent so long on some of them. Now hopefully you can see why I couldn't add this to the beginning of the Sleepover Part 5, because it would just be way too long, and not as many people would watch it all the way through, the full video all the way through, or see the story and everything, and so I just split it up, and so I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys can still continue to leave questions in my comments if you have any, and I'll eventually do another Q&A, and so I'll compile them all again. And remember to comment down below whether you want a Discord server or not. I'll totally make one if enough people want them. Yeah, I'll figure everything out. So I think that's about it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and turn those post notifications on to be notified of all my uploads. I'll see you guys very soon with Sleepover Part 5. But yeah, that is all, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.